Today we're looking at solving rate problems. I can use unit rate to solve problems. A unit rate can be located in graphs and tables. The unit rate is the value of the quantity when the other quantity is 1. Equations. The unit rate is the constant number in the equation. For example, the unit rate in y equals 60x is 60. So whatever is going with the x. The table below shows the amount of money Gabe earns working at a coffee shop. So how much does Gabe earn per hour? So I need to find per hour, so that's 1. Sorry, my pen. 1. So I need to go from 3 to 1, and I do that by dividing by 3, so I'm going to do the same thing for 40/50, which is $13.50 per hour. So $13.50. The other way I can do this is setting it up with proportional reasoning like we've talked about before. So we have hours, money, and I want to go to 1 hour, and then I have my question mark for money. And I multiply across and divide over. So we're going to graph Gabe's earning. Okay, so on the y-axis, I went up by 10s, and on the x-axis, we went up by 1s. So at 1, we said was $13.50, so that's going to be just above the 10. Then I have the next one, which is 3, and that's $40.50. 6 is 81. 9 is 121. And 12 is 162. So we can see that's a linear relationship, and we can make a line for his earnings. Serena is the manager of the coffee shop. The amount of money she earns is represented by the equation y equals 21x, where x is the number of hours worked. So when I get these, I always like to label, and y is the amount of money. Complete the table for the amount Serena earns using the equation y equals 21x. So for 1 hour earned, and we can do this by using substitution. So if we're talking about 1 hour, that means we're putting 1 in for x. So we have 21 times 1. So y would equal 21. So essentially, she makes $21 an hour. So if that's the case, 2 hours then would be 42. 3, 63. 4, 84. And then 5 would be 105. So for hours, when we graph the table, we can go up by 1s. We start with 0, 0, so 0 hours worked. And then I went up by 20 or 5s on the y-axis. So we, once again, it's not going to be perfect all the time, but we have a linear relationship and we have our line. Okay, we have the two graphs comparing Gabe and Serena. How much more money does Serena make an hour? So when I want to go figure that out, I'm going to look at both where they're at 1. And we know Gabe is at $13.50 per hour, And if I look at one here, or I look at the table that we talked about, it's $21 per hour. So how much more does Gabe make than Serena? So I'm going to take 21 and subtract 1350, and I will get 1450. All right, you try it.